How's it going, people? Welcome back to my channel. Big news story today, and it's nothing to do with transfers, and it's partly the reason why I want this guy out of the club. MESUT OZIL, he's done an interview with The Athletic, a very open, a very honest, a very direct interview that I feel puts everyone in a bad light, including himself. You know, I'm gonna delve into some of the things he said. I've picked out a lot of the quotes. I'm going to go through them and give my opinion, because my opinion differs as you go through the interview. I've put on my Twitter today that I'm so tired of MESUT OZIL, and I've been called Islamophobic all of a sudden, which goes to show you how fanboys can react. And this is why I'm going to start on a positive. I'm going to start on, in my opinion, the most positive aspect of the interview, and it's talking about a damning situation, yeah, which is a weird one, but I respect MESUT OZIL for speaking up about it. At the time, I done videos where I fully supported him speaking up about it, and that's the situation with the Muslims in China. Now, obviously, if you haven't seen the videos, go and do some research. I think it was around November, December 2019 when videos did start materializing on social media, and you could see Muslims in China being forced to eat pork, being forced to have children with their own, and in essence diluting the Islam out of them. That is what is going on. So for anyone to speak up, I'm a big advocate, yeah, of people speaking up. Throughout history, if you look at celebrities or people in the public eye that have spoken up and used their platform for something good, something right, at the top of those lists you'll see people like Muhammad Ali. You know, done so much for the black community, the black race, and done so much for Muslims. Putting himself at risk, putting his life at risk at the time, putting his reputation at risk, losing his belts for it. But in essence, we look back on Muhammad Ali and we know he was much more than just a boxer. You know, and you don't get enough of these type of people. So for MESUT OZIL to come out and speak about something going on in the world right now that needs to change, something that a lot of people are hiding behind, a lot of people are closing their eyes to, big respect. We need more of that from more people in the public eye like MESUT OZIL. Now, what he did say is every human is equal. It doesn't matter what religion or color you are, Muslim, Christian, Jew, black, white, or anything else. We are all the same, and no one can argue that. And if you are one of my subscribers and will argue that, then just unsubscribe right now, because this isn't the platform for you. OZIL goes on to say, what I said was not against Chinese people. It was against whoever is doing this to the Muslims and other people who are not helping them, such as other Muslim countries. And I like that too. I would have liked for him to be a bit more direct with the countries, especially considering he is close with the Turkish president and, well, his best man. Get the fuck away, man. Wearing yellow out here is probably the wrong thing to do, but yeah, I would have liked him to be a bit more direct and apply a bit more pressure, because countries like Turkey should really have stood up a bit louder, stand up a bit louder now. But so far, I agree with everything he's saying so far. Full respect to what he is talking about in this particular scenario. I have given a lot to Arsenal on and off the pitch, so the reaction was disappointing. They said they don't get involved in politics, but this isn't politics, and they have got involved in other issues. Now, before I do continue, Arsenal, yeah, we are run by scumbags. We are run by people who do not give a shit about other people, about the fans, about anything else apart from their pockets and lining them up. Yeah, so again, I agree with MESUT OZIL here. Arsenal should be supporting that, like they have supported Black Lives Matter. It goes without saying, you know, there are so many issues across the world right now that people need to speak up against, that people you need to unite against. Yeah, and without the team that I grew up loving, supporting, being one of those, but it's a horrible thought, you know, because we all know as Arsenal fans, especially one that grew up around the stadium, throughout the 90s, 80s, you know what Arsenal means and what it represents. And for them to not support Ozil in this situation was wrong, plain and simply wrong. He goes on to say, in America, we saw George Floyd killed and the world stand up to say Black Lives Matter. And that is correct. We are all equal, and it's a good thing that people fight against injustice. There are a lot of black players and fans of Arsenal, and it's fantastic the club is backing them. Yeah, he has to get that out of the way first, because it is the reality. Fantastic from the club to back them. Back the movement. Back society. Back justice. Because that's what it is at the end of the day. A lot of people want to stick on the fact that Black Lives Matter. Listen, and again, if you're All Lives Matter, come off the channel, because you're not understanding. Yeah, you're not understanding. This ain't the platform for you. But I wish people would have done the same for the Muslims, because Arsenal have many Muslim... Arsenal have many Muslim players and fans as well, and it is important for the world to say Muslim lives matter. Now, I don't really like the way he ended that, because it's seen like not a competition, but it seemed like a comparison thing, and it's not a comparison thing. Everyone should be uniting against all injustice. Yeah, everyone should be uniting against all injustice. Full stop. Full stop. And that's pretty much where the agreement, in essence, the full 100% agreement stops. He moves on to talking about the pay cut and the refusal in when was it? April, May? Big news at the time. He said, as players, we all wanted to contribute, but we needed more information and many questions were unanswered. Everyone was fine with a deferral while there was so much uncertainty. I would have been okay to take a bigger share and then cut if required. Once the football and financial outlook was clearer, we were rushed into it without proper consultation. For anyone in this situation, you have a right to know everything, to understand why it is happening and where the money is going. But we didn't get enough details. We just had to give a decision. It was far too quick for something so important, and there was a lot of pressure. This was not fair, especially for the young guys, and I refused. I had a baby at home, commitments to my family here in Turkey and in Germany, to my charities too, and also a new project we started to support people in London. To be honest, I should have stopped just before that, but let me finish that sentence. People in London that was from the heart and not publicity. Now, the beginning of that, like, I do completely agree. I feel like you do need the details to make the decision, yeah? He should have taken the pay cut, yeah? The 55 redundancies doesn't make Mesut Ozil right. It just doesn't, you know? He should have took the pay cut, but I also understand that more details were needed, yeah? He's put himself in the bad light, because it doesn't seem like the rest of the team are supporting him on this issue. It doesn't seem like Arteta is. And we kind of know Arteta as a human being, as a man. Do you really feel like he is freezing Mesut Ozil out just because of the pay cut? Look how the team have reacted. No one cares about Mesut Ozil's situation right now. No one's coming out to support him. He's on his own in this. You know, but he's talking about us as a team, and most of the team agreed, you know. He does go on to, and him talking about how the baby at home, commitments to my family. A lot of people have babies at home, commitments to family. A lot of people will let go without being asked, with zero. Yeah. So in hindsight, sometimes you have to understand the position you're in is more privileged. Same way I have to understand the position I'm in my role. I'm in a more privileged position than maybe somebody else. You know, unfortunately, society is a ladder. But the right thing was to take the pay cut. In that climate, around that time, when so many redundancies, so many jobs were at risk, so many lives were at risk, for someone of his stature to not take it, you can understand the criticism he received. You can understand it. People who know me know exactly how generous I am, and as far as I'm aware, I was not the only player who rejected the cut in the end, but only my name came out. Now, this is all like, got a baby at home, I got commitments to my family in Germany, look at my charities, I just started another one in London, but not for publicity, but you're using it now to make people feel... Come on. People who know me exactly... I know you're generous, but I also know your PR team works in overdrive, you know? I can agree with Ozil and the Muslims, but say he is shit at football right now, and for Arsenal's sake, he needs to go. You know, people are failing to understand. People are just putting it all together. Hence why I'm being called an Islamophobe, because I'm tired of Mesut Ozil. Crazy. We'll round this little bit up. I guess that's because it is me, And people have been trying for 2 years to destroy me, to make me unhappy, to push an agenda. They hope it will turn the supporters against me and paint a picture that is not true. Potentially talking about maybe media, people from AFTV, other fans, obviously the attack on him and Kolasinac, you know. But it's like, people have been trying to destroy me for 2 years, and bro, you ain't done shit to change that. You're a footballer and you have done nothing on the football pitch for 2 years. You've been left at the side by 3 managers now. Now give me a break. It's not all like violins and fucking whatever, man. Possibly the decision affected my chances on the pitch. I don't know, but I'm not afraid to stand up for what I feel is right. And when you see what has happened now with the jobs, maybe I was. Maybe you wasn't. Maybe you taking the pay cut, not taking the pay cut is the reason them 55 staff went. Maybe if other players didn't take a pay cut, it would have been 100+ staff going. Maybe 55 went because you and the 2 others who didn't take the pay cut caused that. Who knows? Who knows? I'm not saying that's likely, but coming to now say maybe I was right, because get lost, man. Get lost. Yeah, you painted that picture yourself, Mesut. You painted that picture yourself. Your performances on the pitch paint a picture. Your wages paint a picture coupled up with those performances. Your PR overdrive paints a picture. Emery left you at the side. Last January, you're putting Bergkamp quotes on Twitter. Yeah? A few weeks before the season ends, Arteta's saying you got a back injury. You're coming out saying, I'm ready. And now look what you've done. You're painting that picture yourself. Yeah? On his future now. We'll move on to his future and what it holds. And this is where it really... It's really muggy. Like, he knows what he's doing. He knows why he's doing it. I was right. Yeah, I was right. He's doing it to spite us fans, you know, to take the piss, to milk it. He said, I'll decide when I go, not other people. Mug. I didn't sign for 2 or 3 years. I signed for 4. And that should be respected by everyone. Mug. Things have obviously been difficult, but I love Arsenal. I love to work there. Mug. Work there. You're a footballer, bro. If you love it so much, I love playing football. That's what you say. I love to work there. What are you like? What are you doing? I love the people in the club. The real people. What real people? Are you real? Those I've been with for a long time. And I love London. It's my home. Yeah. It's your home. Like Germany was your home. Like Turkey's your home. Now London. Yeah, whatever, bro. Whatever happened in the last 2 seasons, I'm happy and very strong mentally. I never give up on anything. I want to help my team and I'll fight for it. If I'm fit, I know what I can do on the pitch. Very strong mentally, you know. Never give up on anything apart from a loose ball or a tackle or a header. Like, come on, bro. Who are you kidding? My guy is talking, yeah. Why hasn't he ever mentioned in any of these interviews, why doesn't he ever mention why he's been playing shit? Why doesn't he talk about why he's shit? Always avoiding the main thing. And before I continue, go back to my interviews on AFTV 2.5 years ago. I was saying the club haven't done Mesut Ozil right. We didn't build a team appropriately around him. That's what I was saying at the time. 2-2, he signs that contract. Now it's a different story, because when you sign a contract, I'm going to say it again, in any business, if I go and sign a new contract at my company, yeah, that gives me more money and more responsibility, yeah? Best believe the very next day I go in, my productivity needs to be going up. I've just signed for more money. There's going to be more pressure, more criticism, more eyes watching. So just give it a rest. When a player wants to leave and the club says no, the player must accept it, and unless they find a solution together. No, that's not true. Players want to leave all the time and clubs want to keep them, but the players have the power now. So fuck off. So when a club wants a player to leave and the player says no, the club must accept it unless a solution can be found together. You're not allowing any solution, bro. You're not allowing any solution. Go now. But it doesn't seem like you're allowing that. I don't want to leave, so that's it. You know, a real bratty sort of comment at the end there. I don't want to leave and that's it. Making me sick. Literally, some of that interview made me sick, you know. Some of it, massive respect, you know. Massive respect. But it doesn't paint the whole picture of his character. Because some aspects of his character, wrong. Wrong. You know? Toying with the fanboy's emotions, which he does with these PR moves, yeah? It's wrong. On playing time and how it's been affected, I can't talk about my private questions with the coach, but I can tell you I know my body well. I was fit enough to play every game before the break, and apart from a small injury, it was the same after the break. My daughter was born while we were off, so maybe I was not always sleeping perfectly, but this is normal. I actually had more energy and excitement to play because of her. You didn't fucking show it in training then, did you, mate? Because I know Arteta ain't leaving you out because of no pay cut. Arteta's not that type of guy. Arteta will do what he needs to do, you know? Well, so far he seems like it. You know, we'll see moving forward. This is my profession. It's what I love doing. Being on the pitch, playing matches, showing the people. Showing the people what? You know, why don't you talk about that time Per Mertesacker got onto you walking off the pitch? Why don't you talk about that time, or the multiple times you just turn your back on the fans on multiple big away games and just walk off the pitch without a sorry? Why don't you talk about all these things? Throwing your armband when you've been taken off. Why is David Ornstein not asking him these questions? Because it's always about, oh, poor me. Like, look, this happened to me, that happened to me. I did this because... Talk about what you've done wrong as well, and maybe I can respect it a bit more. Right now, all I can see is you trying to paint a sorry picture for yourself, yeah? And have fans get behind you again. Like, allow it, bruv, allow it. I fully respect the coach's decision, but I believe these things should mainly be decided on the pitch. Bruv, is this guy mad? Is this guy mad? On the pitch, yeah? Dead, bro. Dead. After the restart, I wasn't given a chance to show what I can do. How many chances does my man need to show what he can do? How many chances do you need, Mesut? How many years you been here? How many managers we gone through? How many chances you had? My guy wants another chance after COVID. Like, allow me, bro. Violins out, like. I feel like I need 3 violinists behind me, yeah? So every time I say one of these, they should just start stringing the thing. You don't play 10 games in a row if you're unfit, not good enough, or don't behave well. If I played these games badly and then was left out completely for that reason, then I might understand. You might understand. Bro, you're not even understanding, you're dead. Like, you're not understanding that, but this was not the case. Of course it wasn't. You want to stick on these issues as the main reason behind you not playing. Yeah, you was not playing under Emery consistently before you made the comments about the Muslims in China. When Arteta come in, you was playing here and there under him. You're not now. You know? But you want to paint this picture. You want to talk about people trying to destroy you for 2 years. People want to paint a picture of you. You've painted that picture yourself through your actions. Yeah? Not so much your words, because your words are always flowery, feel sorry for me, sympathetic words. Yeah? But your actions show, man, what you're really about. Yeah? So people, let me know what you guys think. My mate MESUT OZIL, you know, hopefully this has been a bit different to the usual videos about MESUT. Well, I say usual, I don't really talk about him much anymore. I talked about him last video because of the whole rumours about paying off his 18 mil contract before the season, which I'll gladly do, more so even now, you know, more so even now after this. We're in a transfer window, probably the biggest transfer window in Arsenal recent history, yeah? And the headlines are MESUT OZIL, you know, from the weekend, 18 million, pay him off, and now it's feel sorry for me and do this and do that, and Arteta lied to you fans, I wasn't injured, and the club didn't back. Like, come on, man. There's only so much sympathy I can give, you know, only so much sympathy I can give. And before I do go, remember to go back 2.5 years ago, there was one specific interview I said the club have let MESUT OZIL down, yeah? That was some sympathy towards his situation. But over the years, actions speak louder than the bullshit words he gives to the public. And his actions have painted this picture we have of him now, or I have of him now. Enough is enough, you know. My guy is saying he's staying till the end of the season, like, even if we offer to pay him off. That's basically what he's saying. Just go, man. Just go, because this ain't gonna be good for you long term. I can't lie. It doesn't. Just go Turkey, USA, Asia. Just go somewhere, MESUT. You know, enough is enough. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Continue liking, sharing, subscribing. Add me on Insta, Turkish LDN. Add me on Twitter, Turkish LDN. And yeah, people, until the next time, which is probably us signing fucking Willian on a 3-year contract, and I might be doing a video on Willian in 3 years time, 2023, saying why the fuck have we still got Willian? Guy's 34 years old, he's on 100 and something K. Why have we got him? That'll probably be me in 3 years. But here I am today talking about MESUT OZIL in his final year of his elongated, dragging contract in the midst of a transfer window. It is what it is. Life as an Arsenal fan, people. Love, I'm out.